Gentlemen, I've given you instructions in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Listen to my commands and obey my command. Touch them up and wait the bell. Good luck.
Take a look at the tail of the tape. Artur Beterbiev, again, only 11-0 as a professional. He's 32 years old. Enrico Koelling, the younger man, he's only 27 in his prime. IBF title is on the line at 175. Again, Brian Kenny, Teddy Atlas, and Mark Kriegel here for Top Rank Boxing on ESPN. Teddy, how are you?
Good, Brian.
A few years removed, but it's good to be with you again.
Who knew we'd be back together?
If you're watching this fight and you want to see how it ends, by the way, Teddy, I know it's tough in this day and age, but pay close attention. Beterbiev is known to just touch a guy and down another guy goes.
Thank you. Appreciate that tip very much. That's why I love being with you. I learn something all the time.
He has surprising power, Teddy, in that it doesn't seem to be explosive. I'll roll back tapes and say, how did he not get that knockdown? Anything he seems to hit people with is very, very punishing.
He's calm, measured, and economically brutal. No one's been past the 8th round.
I thought that question was to me, but go ahead and take it, Mark. Be my guest. Pronounce yourself. You're here.
Yeah, he walks toward his man methodically, patient, takes his time. Again, Teddy, I mentioned only 11-0 as a pro, but again, vastly experienced in the Russian amateur system.
Yeah, he's been in the Olympics. Matter of fact, he's been in 2 Olympics, 2012, 2008, as you said, representing Russia. And Koelling, an experienced, accomplished amateur too. 2012 Olympics, representing his country, his home country, Germany. The thing here, for me, is will Koelling try to win? Now, people are going to say, Teddy, fight for the world title. What do you mean is he going to try to win? His style is to survive. He's not a busy guy. He puts those earmuffs on, that peekaboo defense, and he does that. He blocks, he survives, he gets through rounds. But if he's going to win here, he's got to do more than that. And if he does more than that, he might get knocked out. But he gives himself a chance to win. What will you do, Mr. Koelling?
Koelling says one of his best chances is that perhaps Beterbiev will underestimate him. I'm not sure that's a strategy or just wishful thinking.
Yeah, people in Germany told Koelling, you know, you're crazy going to the States. He's never been to the United States at all. Comes to Fresno and said, you're going to fight Beterbiev in the United States?
Beterbiev does not think in those dimensions. He thinks there's someone in front of me, I'm going to go forward, I'm going to hit them hard. Like that.
Sharp right hand.
Koelling gives you opportunities. When he puts those earmuffs on, he gives you the body. Beterbiev, maybe his corner will tell him, but that body is available to him. Also the uppercut. You can split that guard. And you can do one other thing. You see that jab, Brian? Right behind it, you throw the right hand if you're Beterbiev. You can blind them with the jab, and then you can shoot the right hand right down the pipe.
10 seconds.
Koelling doing some decent work here in the first round. Again, the dangerous man is Beterbiev. Koelling doing decent work here in round 1. Koelling moving forward here with some success, lands a right hand. Again, Beterbiev is the favorite in the fight, the man expected to rise toward the top and fill in the spot vacated by Andre Ward, former world champion, and after his 2 wars, controversial fights, but wars with Sergey Kovalev.
It's worth noting that this is for Ward's old IBF belt. Beterbiev was the mandatory. Ward dismisses the notion that he retired as opposed to fight Beterbiev as clickbait. What's undeniable is that retirement at the age of 33 as a rich man was a better prospect, more attractive prospect to him than facing Beterbiev.
And you can see Koelling have success, again going in active, throwing his hands, but Beterbiev comes back and just lands 2 strong right hands. He just has so much power. Again, we just went to round 1 and we went to the corners. Bernardo was soon as here with the team and he was in the corner for Koelling. Bernardo, what should we know?
Stephen Kuhn wanted Koelling to keep moving, not stay against the ropes, and not give opportunities for Beterbiev to tee off on him.
Teddy, do you think Koelling can be busy enough to keep Beterbiev at bay?
Of course he can, Brian. But the question, you guys are talking about a lot of different things, and I'm listening to you. But to me, the only thing that matters is you're going to take the risk that's inherent with winning. And it's multiplied by 10 in this fight. Because if he opens up with this guy who's 11-0 with 11 knockouts, there's a chance that he goes to the floor. But if he doesn't, well, there's a chance he survives. He goes 12 rounds, but he loses. What do you want? Victory or survival?
Early in the round, Koelling was definitely letting his hands go with those up on the ropes at this point. But again, just to lay it out, Beterbiev isn't the type of guy to be throwing 5-punch combinations, explosive shots, but he will hit you with one shot that you just don't see, short chopping shot, and will put you down.
Well, if he's going to hit him with one shot that he doesn't see, he being the guy that doesn't see it, Koelling, it's going to be the right hand. It's going to be the jab that's going to set it up, the delivery system, the blinding spot, right on his eyes, like that. And then the right hand right behind it to go in between that peekaboo guard.
Koelling figures his best chances are not in these rounds, he's in the latter rounds, where he has an edge and experience is going deep in fights.
Too much to be taken out of him by then.
Final seconds, round 2.
I mentioned the right hand to look for. Well, Beterbiev looking to deliver that right hand right down the middle, split the guard. That's not going to do the job. If the jab is there first, the job might get done.
Round 3, Artur Beterbiev and Enrico Koelling, the first of our 2 fights here tonight. Save Mart Center, Fresno, California. Brian Kenny, Teddy Atlas, and Mark Kriegel.
Teddy, question. With only 6 knockouts in 24 fights, does Koelling have enough to keep Beterbiev off so he can get to those latter rounds?
No, because he keeps his hands in his pockets. So I don't care if he had 25 knockouts. He still wouldn't have enough because he doesn't move his hands.
Koelling saying that, hey, look, I know what he is. I know he's formidable. He told us, it's very European, I'm a sportsman. I want to see how I stand against the best. And we're thinking, hey, kid, that's not how it's done around here. But that is the attitude there.
Beterbiev got bothered a little bit with that left hook. A little bit behind the ear. Why did he get caught? He reached in with the right hand a little bit. And Koelling, which he doesn't do a lot, he countered with that left hook.
Koelling now against the ropes, but he'll flash out a jab. He landed. That's a scoring shot. Having a measure of success against Beterbiev here in the first 3 rounds.
I tell you, to Kriegel's question, here's where the X factor, the secret weapon, could be. Koelling can lull you to sleep, you know, if he doesn't go to sleep himself. But by not being busy and not throwing many punches, all of a sudden he threw a counter left hook before, and guess what? Beterbiev was caught by surprise.
Teddy, you're being a little hard on our sportsman. Also, he's that anomaly as a fighter. He's a well-adjusted middle-class kid.
Sounds like you.
Bernardo Asuna was in the corner there to listen to Beterbiev. Bernardo?
Yeah, and Mark Ramsey wanted Beterbiev to vary his offense. He wants him to go downstairs, bring down that high guard, and then go upstairs with the right hand. So he wants him to be a lot more active, but not be predictable.
Beterbiev comes in, probing behind the jab.
Again, if I'm Beterbiev, if I'm in his corner, I'm telling him one thing. I'm telling him, did you ever watch the Philio Stevenson years ago? You were an Olympian. He was a 3-time gold medalist in 3 different Olympics. He used to catch you with one punch. Blind you with the jab, straight right hand, right down the middle. That's there for Beterbiev against Koelling.
And he just landed Teddy like 3 tap jabs before. But it's all, I guess, setting things up.
Got to be a right hand right behind him. And I don't mean jab, then right hand. I mean like good music. I mean, ba-ba, ba-ba. Right hand right behind him. In rhythm.
Final seconds here, round 3. Koelling fights back off the ropes. As you see the patience of Artur Beterbiev here in round 3.
Exceedingly disciplined fighter.
Round 4 scheduled for 12 for the IBF light heavyweight belt. Artur Beterbiev coming in. The favorite in this fight, again, world champion. Koelling, an Olympian, but making his first trip to the U.S. and so far making a good account of himself.
It seems now that nothing Koelling can do can hold off Beterbiev. He can't establish any distance, Teddy. It's worth mentioning, Brian, that Beterbiev has received pre-fight encouragement from GSP, George St. Pierre, who texted him before the fight, "Trust your instincts, just win, brother, and stay away from the people who suck your energy."
That's the UFC guy, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you can kick, you have a chance.
I took that one personally, that suck your energy thing.
And fight week is draining.
Why,
Sarah.
he feels you were draining because you talked with him a little bit?
It was very draining.
They're
I was
not
there,
draining.
Ted. No.
Mark's not draining. He can be boring, but he's not draining.
Oh my goodness.
I disagree. Round 4 here. Beterbiev now lives in Montreal with his wife and his 4 young children, coming over from Russia, and now getting into the public consciousness, and possibly with Andre Ward and his 2 big fights with Sergey Kovalev done, he might be the man that can take over. Teddy, who do you think is the best light heavyweight in the world, Teddy? If you were to look at it and think.
Right now, I think it's a guy that I can't pronounce his name, but thank God I have a Pulitzer Prize winner, or almost Pulitzer Prize winner, writer, a real literary guy next to me.
Doesn't make me a pronunciation expert.
Well, it might. Qazaq. Alexander Qazaq. He's 14-0 with 12 knockouts. Believe he's from.
If he's your best guy, how come you don't know his name?
I know his name. I just don't know how to pronounce it.
He's sitting right behind us, but Vazdik is here with Vasil Lomachenko. So they're
2
both
pretty
here.
damn good fighters, and in the same stable.
Adonis Stevenson is a guy who was the lineal champion, but his level of inactivity and not fighting the top guys, he loses that veneer of.
Stevenson's the best puncher out of the bunch. He's a southpaw, and he's got a murderous straight left hand, a power punch for a southpaw. But I think that there's guys that are a little bit better than him, but he's a champion.
Yep.
Can't do much better than that.
He's the man who beat Chad Dawson, but now it's up for grabs in the public consciousness. Beterbiev trying to make it happen with round 4. Again, the claim to fame for Beterbiev for a long time was that he was a guy who beat Kovalev twice in the amateurs.
And again, as far as this fight goes, we're seeing, I think it's about music, about jazz, about rhythm. Yeah, we're seeing more punches, obviously, from Beterbiev, but we're seeing him broken up. We're not seeing him in symphony. We're not seeing him in rhythm. We're seeing bang, 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 like that, bang, bang,
I think
bang.
what you're saying.
But we're not seeing them one after another, the way that you hear beautiful music, like ba ba ba.
You're hearing percussion, not symphony.
Exactly. I knew there'd be a reason.
Nice.
I find a reason to have you here tonight. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
There'll be times when you watch Beterbiev fight, though, where nothing seems to be happening, and that's why I say don't blink, don't go away. It can take very little before a man goes down.
And where I want to see, you know, what Mark's talking about as far as that rhythm
There's a right
without
hand.
the break, is I just want to see the right hand right behind the jab down the middle.
I thought at the end of the last round, he began to assert his will and established a little rhythm, and then we heard the bell.
He's always asserting his will. He wakes up in the morning, I think he's asserting his will. Just what Beterbiev is. What I want to see him do is not break up the rhythm, the pattern of the punches. I want to see a jab that blinds. The jab is just to blind like that, but then a right hand right behind it. Igor Johansson, I mentioned Tafilio Stevenson. Igor Johansson won the heavyweight title, big surprise against Floyd Patterson. That's what he did. Blinded him with the jab, right hand right behind him.
He tried a right hand there, Teddy, around the guard of Koelling that
Not
time.
a bad choice against a guy who goes into those earmuffs. Go around the glove.
Koelling trying with the hook, and he landed as well. As Koelling seems to have at least a decent rhythm here, firing back and then misses with a right hand. That's a decent sweat, decent rhythm right now.
It's also a decent looping right hand. Now to the body.
Here at the Save Mart Center. Save Mart Center, Fresno, California. Brian Kenny, Teddy Atlas, Mark Kriegel, and Bernardo Osuna working the corners for us. Artur Beterbiev and Enrico Koelling of Germany here. Round 6 scheduled for 12 for the IBF belt at 175 pounds.
Good choice of a punch by Beterbiev right there, the looping right hand. Look, I want to see the straight right hand. I'm still going to say it. But a good choice there because, again, you put those earmuffs on, you go into that peekaboo. The opening sometimes is not the conventional way, not the straight way. It's the looping way around the glove.
Beterbiev smartly stands back, avoids that right hand. He also went with the jab to the body as well, Teddy, to open things up. Got to have more of a versatile attack. So far hasn't had an awful lot of success against Enrico Koelling.
Oh, he's like Arthur Abraham, except, again, without that explosive power.
Koelling throws a right hand to the body, springs to the side to get out of danger.
Not as caveman-like as Abraham. Abraham was pretty raw. I mean, he won the world title. He was fun to watch. Give him all the credit in the world. Successful. But he was caveman-like, coming with looping shots all night long.
You see how this, fights past 5 rounds. It's really to Beterbiev's credit that he only has one fight past 5. No one's been able to stand up against him past that.
I would pay $20 right now to see some caveman from Koelling.
I don't think that's his nature.
Punches. Of course it's not his nature. That's why he said in the first round.
But Teddy, he's in the fight. I mean, that's the thing. So he's
I don't think he is. He's losing rounds. He's dumping rounds.
You don't think he's taking any rounds?
He's there, but I don't see him winning rounds.
Teddy, is it a failure of will or is it a failure of talent?
No, it's a failure of temperament. It is, you are what you are. It's your temperament. You want to call it will, be a little fancy? Fine, I'll call it will. But I'm going to say it's personality and temperament.
We could argue over vocabulary of a scorecard for that. So, Teddy, you give every round to Artur Beterbiev.
Yeah, again, it's not will. He's not having his will broken. It's just a matter of he's a safe guy.
Right there, Koelling let fly 2 hooks. Missed as Beterbiev has decent defense. He'll get out of range. There's a sharp jab by Koelling. He's trying this round.
Look, there are people in life that because of their upbringing, they become what they become. Maybe something happened to him early in life where he became this careful guy, a more precise guy, a more thoughtful guy. But that's what he is. That's what Koelling is.
Teddy, he came all the way over here to fight an undefeated guy who knocks everyone out. He's not that timid.
He's timid in the ring right now. You want to make stuff up and you want to make a novel? Go ahead. That's what writers do.
Let us now praise Enrico Koelling. He's gone where no man has gone before, to the beginning of the 8th round with Artur Beterbiev.
Well done.
I think we have a slight difference of opinion in how we're viewing this. All due respect.
No, I thought I was next to Captain Kirk for a minute. Star Trek. God. But that's what happens to get it right. I'm so happy he's here.
No, yeah, spice it up a little bit. Fans a little disappointed with the lack of action so far. Artur Beterbiev, again, looking for the IBF belt. Enrico Koelling, again, into round 8. Bernardo Asunas listening in the corner to the German being spoken there. Bernardo, what should we know?
Well, what they want him is to have a little bit of self-belief. He's already gone and taken the best punches of Beterbiev. Now they want him to show what he's capable of doing. And also in the corner, they're very aware that the Latino fans here are not very appreciative of the European style.
Ryan, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to piggyback off that. He is showing what he's capable of. He's been showing it for 7 rounds.
Yeah.
This is what he is.
Absolutely. It's what he's capable of doing.
He's a controlled guy, a careful guy, a guy that's not going to go out on the edge.
See the punch stats there, CompuBox stats. That's stunning to me. I'm not counting the punches, but Beterbiev has that type of fast edge, which backs up what Teddy has been saying. There you go, Teddy.
Thank you, Ryan.
You and the stats align.
Teddy, you're in Koelling's corner. What do you tell him?
Be something that you haven't been.
Does the trainer have a right to tell a guy that?
Yeah, he's the trainer.
Tell something you've never.
Yeah, go out there.
Be something you've never been.
Be what you need to be tonight. It's not enough tonight to survive, and at the end of the night to say I went the distance. You have to live with yourself. This is going to be over within a matter of minutes. But for years, you're going to have to live with the regret. Did I do enough? And if the answer comes back yes, it's going to live with you a lot longer than anything in this ring tonight.
Maybe the answer is he did do enough. Maybe that's when he turns off the light tonight, he says to himself he did do enough. Can we hold Beterbiev to the same standard? Hey, you're the knockout artist. You're the guy who's supposed to be the force of the division. Should you knock him out?
No, he's being smart. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's winning the rounds and not putting himself at greater risk than he needs to. But again, if I'm in the corner of Koelling, I'm just saying, son, you got minutes to turn this around, but you got years to live with the regret if you don't do more.
Why is it incumbent on Koelling to take risk but not Beterbiev?
Beterbiev, the reason why I'm not holding him to the same standard is because he's winning the fight. And guess what, Mark? That's the job at hand, winning the fight.
I'd say now of the last round and plus, Teddy, I absolutely hear you with it. The punches are coming from Beterbiev. But I know what Mark is saying, in that for a lot of this fight, Beterbiev, methodical, slow, taking his time, economical. Yeah, it's not as if he's putting his foot down on the accelerator either.
But he doesn't need to.
All right.
Why is it necessarily a failure of character on Koelling's
I'm not saying it's character. See, that's where you put words in my mouth. You writer, you. I'm talking about that. It's just his temperament. It is what he is. It's not a failing. It's a fine character. But it's a character that's not going to get him, as far as right now, a world title. That's all. Now let's talk about something else.
Well, let's talk about Beterbiev. We talk a lot.
Let's not talk for a while. How about that?
About killer instinct. Should Beterbiev be showing more?
No, because, again, he is doing what he has to do. He's got the fight in hand. And at the end of the day, that is your mission. That is what you're trying to accomplish.
Beterbiev blocking those shots that are coming in from Koelling. Again, this is round 9. This is for the IBF belt. So, Teddy, to your point, right, this is the shot at the title. This is a world title fight. And let it hang out now if there's ever a time. A hook from Koelling there to the body, that landed.
And again, here you are in the 9th round. You know, you have You have a matter of minutes left. And to Mark's question earlier, if I'm in the corner, I'm just saying, look, whatever it is that's holding you back from doing a little bit more, you got X amount of minutes to not let it hold you back. But I got a message for you. Very important you listen to this. You will have years, as I said earlier, years, not minutes, to regret what you didn't do here in the ring tonight. And if that's not strong enough and moving enough, then it's never going to happen.
What I'm suggesting is maybe Koelling can look himself in the mirror. On the other hand, for Beterbiev, it's worth something in terms of the economics of this sport, his reputation, taking a chance on knocking this guy out.
No, I disagree with you. Get the title tonight,
Koelling,
and then go make money.
All right, Koelling come back with a hook there, and the straight right hand by Beterbiev. But business here, Artur Beterbiev looking to stay undefeated. Teddy Atlas has him winning every single round against Enrico Koelling of Germany. Round 10, scheduled for 12 for the title.
Mark Quagle has it a split decision right now.
Now wait, now you're putting things in his mouth. Now that's not fair. And you're the guy with the more powerful allegories.
You're right.
I've known Teddy for a long time. I've always been of the opinion that Teddy's a closet writer, and a fairly gifted one, in fact.
Writer, author of bestsellers himself on his own life.
But also with a writer's sensibilities, no matter how he might try to deny it.
Beterbiev moves in on the ropes, lands a short hook. Everything is guarded. His back fist landing everywhere.
Hey, we're at a fight.
The closest Beterbiev came to leaving boxing was when he was 16 years old. His father paid for his boxing gear for the Russian junior national team. Beterbiev won a gold medal, and 5 days later his father passed in a traffic accident. And it's still something he just won't talk about.
Yeah, we asked him yesterday about it. Say, how did it affect your career? Obviously, you stepped away for obvious reasons, stepped away for a short period of time. How did you get back going? And he said to you, Mark, I don't want to speak about that. He didn't even want to get into the depth of emotion that's still there.
But he also said, I will try to fulfill the promise I made. And he was referring to that time in his life.
This is the first fight in the career of Koelling in the United States. Most of them have been in Germany. I don't know that he's going to want to visit here again. At least not to get in the ring.
He would be in for a rough night, and he's in the deep waters now, round 10. Absorbed quite a bit of punishment. He stays on his bike, backpedaling, trying to stay out of danger. Beterbiev now might have the opportunity to put the hammer down.
This is the second time fighting in the U.S. for Beterbiev. Most of his fights have been in Canada. He has traveled very well, and obviously not nearly as far to perhaps get this world title. See, this is what I want. I want a right hand right behind one of those jabs. I want bop, bop. Right? Not like that. See, there it is again. The music stopping and then starting again. I don't want it to stop. I want it to be jab and then the right hand.
Again, a lead right by Beterbiev. You're right, Teddy. Coming in one at a time. Body shot, backs him up. Seems to have Koelling wilting just a bit here at the end of round 10.
And if you notice, those shots are still the looping right hand, whether it's up top or down below.
Beterbiev now moving in, landed with that right hand, and hurt Koelling.
The straight right hand did split the guard, and that was the best shot of the fight.
Again, thank you, Brian. My daughter, Nicole, giving birth a couple weeks ago to the little Joseph Atlas Fazio. 9 pounds, 21 inches, future heavyweight champ.
It's a big boy.
He's going to have a good reach.
Congratulations, Teddy. To you, Elaine, Nicole.
Gonna put the kid in the ring?
We're going to teach him.
You said future heavyweight champ.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of guys win heavyweight titles.
A lot of belts.
There's a lot of belts out there. A lot of belts.
Koelling is slowed down. Now he sits upon the ropes. Beterbiev can let go.
Boy, you guys are goofing on Koelling. He's got a future.
We're not goofing on him at all. That's
back in Germany.
I would never
the
ever goof on anybody who has the guts to step out of that locker room, walk what seems like the last mile to the death chair, and then go up those steps and get in that ring and do battle with another man. I would never, ever mock somebody who does that.
But he's giving his best, and you're taking issue with his temper.
No, it should be taken. Somebody's got to point it out. You're not gonna. Someone has to point it out.
I don't take an issue with it. I think the guy's actually doing his best.
No, he's doing what he's capable of doing. I said that from the beginning. I'm not knocking him for it. I'm saying he's not going to be a world champion because of it.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle, I think it is what it is.
He's Beterbiev doing all he can do.
You're repeating yourself, Mark.
I know that.
But yes, he's doing all he needs to do to be the next light heavyweight champ of the world.
Mark, you're saying that he's ventured a little closer to the Klitschko line.
Mark's trying to create drama because he's a writer.
I know.
I get it.
Because there are times where
I came in with great expectations. Like a lot of fans. I want to see a knockout.
But if you had watched the tape, you would know the guy's not capable of that. This is what he does.
Beterbiev or Koelling?
Koelling.
we're going to keep it right here to continue this as Beterbiev has had more success. I know what you're saying. Again, fans can come away dry saying, wait, this is the knockout artist. Where is it? Now there's where he split the guard and drove Koelling back and hurt him.
Again, a body punch and then trying to do a little Tyson stuff there. Going from the body punch and then the uppercut. Not as effective, obviously. Tyson got the results more often than not. And again, putting a few punches together, but breaking them up. And to me, those weren't well-placed punches. Those were just thrown punches. Landing on the arms, landing on the gloves, but not designed, well-placed punches. Not disciplined punches. If he's going to knock him out, and he being Beterbiev, he needs disciplined punches.
Well, that's it. We've seen over the last generation fights either with, you can call it with Vladimir Klitschko or with Floyd Mayweather, saying, hey, if you're winning all the rounds, what action
both of whom were savagely criticized, by the way.
Correct.
Give me your glove.
So do you let your hands go? And Beterbiev, if he's winning every round, and look, at this point he is just beating down on Koelling, he won't need much more. He won't need anything really to win this fight except to stay on his feet. Teddy has given him every single round as we go to the final and 12th round.
By the way, this is where Koelling thought he would fare best in going 12 rounds. Obviously, that is proven otherwise.
Not turned out to be
but
the
he
case.
would be the first guy to take him to this full distance.
Beterbiev comes out a little more aggressively here to start the 12th round as he pours in. Let's see if he does try a little bit more in this round. Again, you can sense the energy level of Beterbiev is not on the wane. It is solid, steady. The pilot light is just, it's at a nice low flame, and it just keeps going.
Is that not a criticism of a fighter with a world title on the line, his reputation, the world watching?
I hear you. I hear you. Somewhere between the two of you authors, I think the truth lies. Esteemed authors. Now he goes. Beterbiev just bouncing shots lightly off the head of Koelling. When I say lightly, he has an immense amount of power, even on the shots he doesn't wind up on.
Again, kind of like the show business world. You know, sometimes you just gotta finish the act, you know, and get on to the next stand, the next act. And in that act, you become a star. And that's what this is for me. Tonight, this act is just about getting the belt. Get the belt, and then after that, in the next act, you can be a star.
Koelling is hurt now as Beterbiev has definitely started putting more on those shots. More shots are coming out. Koelling is hurt. His legs are betraying him. That's a hard body shot by Beterbiev.
That was percussion.
But that's why I said when Mark had asked me rounds and rounds earlier.
Koelling takes a knee as he goes down, as he has been beaten down by Beterbiev. There's no question Beterbiev in this round has upped the action.
And that's his style. You know, this is where he gets his dividends from all that pressure. This is what he does.
Beterbiev moves in with a right hand.
You know, Mark had asked me earlier, can Koelling do something late because that's his plan? And I said, no, too much to be taken out of him. And you're seeing that right now.
Beterbiev has never had to stand in the ring and listen to a decision as a professional. And down goes Koelling, and that's it. He will still not have to listen to the cards. A knockout win and the light heavyweight championship to Artur Beterbiev. That's closing the show.
I think it's hugely significant that he did knock him out, however long it took.
There was just much more aggression from Beterbiev. Teddy, let's go through it.
Yeah, let's look at the first knockdown here, Brian. Right hand to the body. We were saying earlier with that peekaboo, the body's open. There's the uppercut, split the guard. And a little delay, but it was the uppercut that split the guard that really got things going downward. And there, the looping punch behind the ear. He chose that punch earlier. He saw the peekaboo. He saw the defense. He saw the opening was not in a conventional place. It was behind the ear, and that's what he took. That's exactly what I was saying from the beginning. Let's take a look at how the damage was done. Round after round. Pressure, constant pressure. And then later on, their hands moving more and more. The body, Tyson-like. Left hook to the body, left uppercut. There's the jab, there's the right hand behind the glove. And there at the end is the punch that was there. The uppercut, the left uppercut, then the right half an uppercut. And then the first knockdown right there, an accumulation of punches. And then the second knockdown and the end of the night with the right hand behind the glove.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dr. Lou Moret calls an end to this bout with an official time of 2 minutes, 33 seconds of the 12th and final round, declaring the winner by way of knockout. And now the new IBF light heavyweight champion of the world, Artur